This car is a bit like my trainers. Comfortable, looks good. I can wear them with joggers, I can wear them with jeans, I can even wear them with shorts. And it's a bit like this car. It pretty much does everything. But yeah, the C7 RS6. We live in a world where we've got the M3 Touring, we've got, well, we're just on the cusp of the M5 Touring, and even its successor, the C8 RS6. But the C7 RS6, yeah, is the best value performance car you can buy today. So you don't need to watch the rest of this video now. I've said my piece. You can go on to the next video that we've done. I'm joking. Welcome to Driven Plus, and I'm Max Aftervani. There's a few cars I can think of when you ask me name a car that can do it all. The Range Rover Sport SVR, the new M3 Touring, but there's always one that you always kind of seem to resort to, and that's the Audi RS6, or shall I call it the Swiss Army knife of cars. Firstly, I'd like to say a massive thanks to Kev at APM Customs for lending us his beautiful Audi RS6 today. Mega car, mate, well done. But when you're a BMW fanatic like me, you kind of dismiss everything else that's going up against it, like the competitors such as Audi and BMW. You come a bit dismissive, but I do not have a bad word to say about Audi. Take this RS6 for instance. Its build quality is better than any BMW or Mercedes, and it goes like the clappers, like this. It's also very comfortable as well. It's the jack of all trades. If you really wanted to, you could fit 5 grown men in here with ease. And you could also fit your dog in. 565 litres of boot space, so not just your dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, quite easily. Yeah. Travelling at 155 miles per hour on the Autobahn with ease. I don't think your dog would be too impressed though either. And maybe your missus too. BMW trying now with their M3 Touring, M5 Touring, but they arrived a little bit late to the party. Mercedes, they've tried in the past with their wagons, E63s, C63s. Porsche too, Panamera, that's a good choice. But as the saying goes, yeah, you can't beat the original, and the original being the Audi RS6, and that being the C7. It was the estate that offered supercar performance, 560 brake horsepower from its 4-litre twin-turbo V8. However, this car does not make that. No, it makes considerably a lot more. It's been Stage 1 MRC tuned. The original figures, the standard figures before they tuned it, it actually ran 571 brake horsepower, so more than Audi actually states. But this came out at 684 brake horsepower with a gearbox tune as well, and it went over 1,020 foot-pound of torque. Now the original figures on this RS6 0 to 60 says it'll do in around 3.8 seconds. Now we're not going to launch this today because there's something with drive shafts and these and them going snap, so we're not going to do it. But I think, yeah, you'll be low threes, probably 3.3, 3.4 now with this being mapped. But yeah, it would be interesting. And this car is big, don't get me wrong, just weighs shy of 2 tons, 1,950 kilos. So yeah, it's a bit of weight to shift about. But the minute you put your foot down, I'm not even in sport mode there. Let's try sport. Now we're in sport. The gearbox is in its most responsive setting. Yeah, that 8-speed Tiptronic gearbox just makes the car feel so light because it feels so effortless in going from point A to B. And once you get going, you're going like a ballistic missile. Yeah, and it takes a lot to stop this car, so it has good brakes, which is a good point. However, this is on the steel brakes. You can't spec this with ceramic brakes, and if you ever see one with ceramic brakes, I recommend you to go and take a look at them because they're absolutely huge. They really are. Now, yeah, we're going to talk about the colour because this is a one-of-one printed wrap by APM Customs, and it's called Azure Teal. and it looks so good, doesn't it? Just look at it. Another modification Kev's done from APM are the C8 RS6 wheels, and I must admit, Audi should have put these on from standard. It looks class. Another thing he's done, Max done body kit, so it looks great, but yeah, the side profile of this thing, just like the hips or the rear arches, ooh, she looks really good. And another modification you can see through there is the carbon fibre and Alcantara steering wheel, which looks insane. Now, the best feature about the Audi RS6 is definitely that rear end. Just look how fat it looks, and now you can appreciate this wrap. It just looks meta. You've got the MRC badge there, all the black accents going on, the diffuser down here. But yeah, let's listen to the 4-litre V8 in all its glory. Oh yeah, a V8 in an estate car which sounds that good, that's right up my street. Anything you chuck at this car, it responds with ease. It chews up the miles so easily on the motorway, come to the country roads, and it just does not break a sweat. There is nothing that this car cannot do. So we have some different driver modes. If you could click the car button down here. So we got comfort. So this is the mode you want to be in if your mother-in-law is in the car. Then you have auto, so I guess the car responds to whatever you chuck at it. Then you have dynamic mode. Yeah, steering response increases, gearbox goes into S, throttle response increases as well, and now it livens up. It becomes a fire-breathing dragon. Nice some pops coming from those exhausts now as well. Oh, love a V8. Love a V8. This is reminding me of my F90 M5, and I love that car. It was just so refined, just wafts, and just that V8 waft is just so pleasing to hear. But because this car can literally do anything, say we go back into comfort, there we go. Yeah, it's so refined. If you were sat next to me now, you would not know that you were sat in the world's fastest estate car of its time. Oh yes, this car broke a record. The only minor thing I will say about this car is the lean in the corners. Look, it's a 2-ton thing to move, it's like a bus. But I must say, it deals with it pretty well. There's a lot of grip there, thanks to its quattro system. Splitter power, 60% to the rear, 40% to the front, so you actually do feel like you are getting pushed out of corner. However, in desperate times, say you need more traction to the front, the quattro system is that clever, it'll send 70% of its power to the front wheels, but then if they need it in the back, it'll send 85% of the power to its rear wheels. So yeah, you'll struggle to get stuck in one of these. And I love the layout of the cockpit as well. Although it's a big car, do I feel like I'm in a big car? No, because Audi have been clever in terms of how the cockpit feel is. It's like a lovely circular cockpit going throughout the car, lovely carbon fibre trim, the seats are super comfortable, the ergonomics are good. I could sit for hours in this car and get out feeling really refreshed. And say you come off the motorway and you've booked on one of our Driven Plus European trips, in which Kev is this year, he's coming to the Nürburgring with us. And there are some lovely roads around the Nürburgring, and let's say it's warm. What you can do, this car is spec'd with the panoramic sunroof, so yeah, that's ace. An estate car with a panoramic sunroof and a glorious V8 out the back. What's there not to like? So what I'm going to do is put it in dynamic mode so I can hear those pops that MRC I've tuned in. Woohoo! Yeah, now this car comes alive. I'll tell you what though, the way MRC have tuned this car does not mess about one bit. It's so fast. So torquey as well. What the hell have you guys done? I think this is just stage 1 as well. tell you what, there really is just one business to touch your Audi, and that is MRC. I've driven, this will be the third Audi now that's been MRC tuned. The RS4, B7, RS3, 8V, or yeah, pre-facelift. And they've all been brilliant cars to drive in terms of power feedback and how the car delivers the power and the torque. You know, fair play to you guys, MRC. You do a great job, and yeah, me driving your cars is a great advert. And they've always drove absolutely mint, spot on. So yeah, credit to you guys. Would I have one? Yeah, I think I would. I think the package is very, very attractive. I think what you can pick one of these up for now, £40,000. Yes, you can get them cheaper. And I going off the top of my head, I think that is kind of the ballpark figure in which you can pick one up for. And it would just suit me to the ground. 4-wheel drive, because I live up in the hills, so in times where we have snow, it would get out. And the power as well, the package it comes in, it would keep up easily with all the supercars that comes on the tours, with all my event merchandise in the back as well, and comfortably doing the passes and all those types of things. So yeah, Audi have built a car which ticks every box possible, and I don't think it is till you drive one you can really understand it really is, you know, supercar performance in an estate car. Yeah, V8 power, 4-wheel drive, it's comfortable, gives you all the luxuries. Yeah, I don't think you can buy a better car. I'd like to thank you for watching my review on the Audi C7 RS6 today. I hope you enjoyed our video. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with this as well. I'd like to thank Kev, APM Customs. Check them guys out if you want any wrapping done, PPF, ceramic coating. They've done the ceramic coating on my BMW M4 CS. Yeah, best in the business. Check them out. Mention my name, they'll sort you out. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you next week. Thank you.